Coach, you missed one practice to go back into your father?
Yeah.
How's he doing?
You know, he's doing as good as he can right now. You know, he's got some lung problems, contracted asbestosis, and that's where he's at right now, and on oxygen and all that stuff. And I really don't know what else to say about it. You know, he's doing as good as he can right now. Thank you for asking, though.
In terms of Cole Cabral moving to center, how would you assess him after a week plus?
I thought he has done a great job. The thing that has impressed me most, it's not his ability to play center, but his embracing of the leadership role of the guy that everybody looks to at the offensive line, which he needed to. And I think that's good that your center is that guy, because he handles the ball on every snap and he makes all of the calls. He's the main communicator, and he has done in that department better than what I expected at this point. He's kind of blown me away, actually.
Coach, obviously you probably worked with Jalen Harvey a lot on the
Yeah.
offensive side of the ball. Now that he's made that transition, one thing that sticks out to me, obviously it's still getting new to him, but he has a competitive spirit. So what's it like competing against him now when he's on the defense?
So, yeah, I dislike when I walk across the white stripe. I can't even describe my dislike for defensive players and coaches. So it's hard. We banter back and forth a little bit. Sometimes I think we're playing around, and sometimes I don't know if we are or not. So it's at that point right now. So,
Coach, Tyson Rising and Alex Soya are getting pretty good opportunity to work with the ones. Just wanted to get your thoughts about how that left side.
yeah, he's actually he's growing up. He twisted his ankle on Tuesday, and I think the old Alex would have maybe opted out of practicing today, and he was out there and took every single rep. And when you see a guy do that, it means they're growing up. So I was very proud of him, and he's getting tough, and he is going to help us out, and he's going to contribute this year.
What about Tyson working on that practice?
Yeah, you know, Tyson, I haven't seen him give up any clean sacks. He's holding his own, doing a decent job out there. Really is.
What kind of an opportunity do those guys have before you start getting some of these other guys back?
Yeah, you know, the great thing about practice is the film. You come back and you watch it, and it tells you everything you need to know. You can't go back and change anything. Can't cut clips out. You either have all the evidence you need in a court of law to convict you that you're a good player or you're not. All right, and so that's what we talk to all of these guys, especially at the offensive line. Matter of fact, we brought all of the offensive linemen in yesterday, and Coach Christensen talked to each one of them and told them, hey, this is where you're at, this is where you need to improve, this is the evidence that we have for or against you right now that you've put on film.
So you have two scholarship running backs, obviously not portraying the true picture that you're going to see
Right.
in 3-4 months, but what are the challenges as you work through that spring?
Yeah, you know, I get frustrated as a play caller. You get frustrated because one thing that you can't do in the spring is put all your eggs in the results basket of each play, because you could have a third team guy that's going with the ones because of injury or something's going on. A guy had class. I mean, and so, you know, throwing a route to this guy or handing the ball off to this guy is totally different if, you know, if it's somebody else. And so the result, instead of a 20-yard gain, maybe a 2-yard gain. So, you know, you just got to get over that frustration. And you know how kids are. Kids want every play is, all right, we either did it good or we didn't, you know. And so you have a tendency to get frustrated. So you kind of have to constantly talk to the guys, talk to yourself about seeing the big picture. And if your first team offensive line did a great job in pass proing on that play, but maybe you had some guys that really aren't in your rotation out there at wide receiver, and maybe they don't get open, you got to go, okay, you know, we got better in this segment right here of our offense, and we're not going to worry about that right now so much. So.
And then speaking wide receiver, the unfortunate news about John Humphrey.
Yes.
I know you always got the mentality of next man up, but how do you adjust?
Yeah, you know, that's the tough thing about football. It's a violent game. People, you know, get injured and you lose some guys, and you lose them for a long period of time. Outside of the hurt that you have for the kid, you know, when you coach long enough, I hate to say you get used to it, but you kind of like, okay, you have to move on. You can't sit around and go, what if? Because, I mean, it's a complete, total waste of time to do that. So you have to go next. That's why it is so important to develop the guys in the second team and third team guys, because just like that, I mean, just like Ohio State experienced a couple years ago, man, you look up, your third team quarterback's winning the national championship for you. So those guys can't ever take a break. It's hard. You know, kids are not mature enough to really do that all the time without the help of coaches breathing down their neck. So, you know, that's a tough deal.
You seem to feel like that starting spot was between John and Frank Darby. Is this
And Terrell Chapman. Yep.
Chapman, does that sort of, you know, heighten the focus on those other guys?
Yeah, exactly. They got to step up. They're going to get, their reps are now going to get increased, you know. So when you lose a guy, then you know they're going to have to step up all that more. And so we'll see what comes out of it.
And John's been really kind of unlucky, it seems like, with some of the injury stuff. And, you know, I think he knew right away when he was hurt that it was another one of these, you know, things. It's just bad luck. What do you share with a player in that type of a situation?
You know, I talk to him a lot about my faith. You know, sooner or later, you know, you got to walk. If you're a person of faith, you got to walk your faith out. And everything in life is not 70 degrees and sunny. And so a person's character is revealed when, you know, through the storms and through the dark clouds and through that. And that's when, you know, you have to walk out what you believe, you know, and if he believes there is a plan for him and from a higher power or whatever, I mean, he's got to walk that out now over the next 365 days. And we've discussed that at great length. Yesterday morning, I talked to him last night. I texted his parents. And a great family, awesome family. So, you know, and you talk to him, and I talk to him in terms of, hey, this is an opportunity for a lot of young guys. They're going to look and they're going to watch you and see how you respond to this injury. And if you come showing up every day with your, you know, with a great attitude during rehab, and then when you come back, people are you have instant credibility as a leader. You know, and somebody who's a positive leader on our football team. And this is a great opportunity for you to do that. It's going to be hard, but it's a great opportunity. Yeah. Yes. Oh, how they're doing? Yeah, you know, you guys, if you were out there today, I thought, man, they have gotten noticeably better to me, both of them. It's going to be, I'm not, probably the way that practice is set up in the reps, I don't know if I'm going to be able to tell you guys after spring that this is our second team quarterback. I think that battle may very well run into fall practice. So that ought to tell you how Dylan's doing. And Blake, I think both of them are doing fine right now. I really do. Oh yeah, absolutely, and that's what I talked to him about. Because there's some things that we're doing a little bit different that I think might help those two guys out. I think it might speak to their talent a little more, their ability, and I think it just might give them a little bit better chance to be successful early on. But then, you know, it'll be up to them to grow from this point forward.
What are the biggest ways that they have improved?
I think it's their footwork. Some of the things that we do, like Dylan and Blake both have really strong arms. So, you know, quickening up their feet to be able to get the ball out of their hand into spots really fast and with great velocity. I think we've done a little bit of that and putting those guys in those situations where they can use that arm talent that they have. Thank you. Thanks, guys.